What's up, y'all? Welcome back
What's up,
to another
besties?
episode of A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. And we have a full house. Woo woo!
Everybody here.
Hi. How we feeling, y'all? How we feeling?
Good. Hey, Miss Deborah. We are
Hey.
doing good. I felt like my day was beneficial because I cleaned out my closet and it has been needed to be cleaned for a long time. So I feel like accomplished today.
We
I
love
feel like
it.
a mom. That was such a mom thing. Like I'm so satisfied right now. Y'all don't even know.
You know what I just realized? Easter's this weekend, right? Easter's this Sunday.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay,
No
got the
stuffing
eggs and
eggs.
everything, trees.
Come on.
Hold on. The way like I could never beat the mom allegation. I'm stuffing eggs for my baby's class tomorrow, and I need to do it now because my daughter is downstairs with her daddy. And she's gonna want to eat all the candy, so it's like I need to like do this now while she's not in the room with me. Because otherwise she's attached to my hip. So, you know,
Right.
happy Easter. But go
I
ahead,
can't wait to wake up Easter morning and go hunt for some eggs in my house, wherever the Easter bunny leaves them. I don't know.
So, the Easter bunny hides eggs. He's the one that hides them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you don't do all that work, trees. You're just preparing things for the Easter bunny, but he's ultimately gonna do all the work. He or she, my bad.
Wait,
Or they-
okay. So I have to ask y'all.
That
My
part.
memory does not. Has that been a thing that the Easter bunny has the eggs? Because my memory from my childhood just told me like the adults hit them.
I don't know,
that's-
to be honest.
That's the family part. Like the Easter Bunny hides the eggs, but we all know it was the parents and stuff hiding the Easter egg with the candy, some with money in it if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because
You
what
know,
else would
like,
the
we
Easter
used to
bunny do?
always-
Easter bunny does a whole lot of nothing if he's not hiding the eggs.
Because they put the chocolate in there, right? Easter Bunny got the chocolate in there. But I
Well,
don't know.
listen. So y'all know I was at church every Easter, Lord, every Easter, and we always did the Easter egg hunts at the church. You know, the good Lord is the one that provided these eggs. And a matter of fact, let me go and turn to script now. Just wait.
Man.
Anyways, y'all know why we're here.
Let me give y'all a sermon real quick.
He's gonna have us at the Passover and everything else, child. Like,
Come on,
How
Evangelist
y'all at
Tracy.
the altar?
what you say, Josh?
I said, come on, Evangelist Tracy.
Okay.
Hallelujah, Shabbat. Missionary Tracy J.
Tell us what's going on after we come back from tribal last week. Like, what's going on with the tribe?
Y'all want, all right, I got
Who'd
you.
you ask?
Eli.
Oh, you did ask me?
yeah.
I wasn't listening, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
So
What'd you
we get back. We get
You
back.
gotta-
And of course,
you gotta
last
die.
tribal council, man, Say and Cedric, they're forgotten about. Cedric didn't even serve that much of a look when he came back on the jury. So they are completely in the past, forgotten about. We cut in, no one said, and you have Christy talking about her comments last tribal saying, we gotta stop the camaraderie. We gotta stop being a team. This is an individual game. Let's play the game.
Period.
And of course, to everyone's face, she's like, I'm just joking. You know, I'm trying to make tribal entertaining.
Just kidding.
That's what she's trying to pitch them on. And of course, no, she really wants that. These strong people are running this game, and little does she know there's a gosh dang 7-8 person strong person alliance that is completely running things.
And the way that they seem to be growing, they keep like mutating and infecting other people.
Wow, for real. A virus.
Literally, I have this like later in my notes, one where it's like, oh, the strong crew's trying to decide who their 9th member is because the strong group keeps growing, but Star's still not in it, even though she's a D1, she was a hooper, and yeah. Also, it's like, later on, you know, I'll complain later. There's a lot to complain about in the alliance that's steamrolling that is also complaining, but
yeah.
With them gaming the members is reminding me of BB. You know, we always bring up Big Brother when they was Not the detonate. Was it the detonate? What was the BB-16 line?
That was Bomb Squad detonators.
Bomb Squad, yeah. They kept adding. You look up, they didn't add this person. You look up, they didn't add this other person. Devin added this person to it. It's like,
recruit nonstop.
We gonna have the whole job in a minute.
It's like, Jeff, are you busy? What's going on?
I'll tell you, this is the most Big Brother coded Survivor season in terms of just guys alliance. Like David talked about, Strong Guys Alliance has never succeeded. This guy has not watched Big Brother. The neighbor show to Survivor, because this is.
He didn't even watch Survivor. He admitted that he's only seen the last 2 seasons of Survivor. So
he ain't got no room to be talking about nothing. Sit down there on the bamboo and shut your mouth.
Hey,
not on the bamboo.
Him pushing that narrative might work for him. So you know what? He's the main benefactor of all this.
It's not going to work for him. Just jumping ahead. He done shot him. They ain't got no gun, but he done speared himself in the foot tonight.
A little bit.
We'll talk about it. But of course, Mary, now she's a last Bula. Somehow. Go ahead, Queen Mary. And love it. And then we cut over to Joe and Shaheen, and they're pretty much talking, and Shaheen's kind of missing. He kind of ends up saying, man, I trust Cal and Camilla so much. They didn't even think about taking the shot or anything at me. Things were smooth. We got them. And we also see that David and Mary are close, and our strong crew is so strong. We're unstoppable because we have the whole island. We're all strong together except for Chrissy, Star, and Mitch. And God,
whole dang tribe. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. And they're pretty much just talking about who the border people are. Of course, we know that the main crew is David, Kyle, Shaheen. Well, Shaheen's somewhat on the outs, but he's still in the main 5. You have Eva and then Joe. Those are the main 5, and pretty much just talks about who the 6th, 7th, 8th person are in that crew.
We just started, Angie. You good? Hey there.
And then we get the most riveting comment. Man, this might be a fast episode. This day goes, and then stuff gets so simple. We come back to goshing a 2-minute segment on the largest animal you could take in a fight. And I'm not gonna lie, I might be able to take an ostrich. That might be the biggest animal I could take.
Have you seen ostrich?
Are you
crazy? Take an ostrich.
I saw a TikTok video, I swear, one time of an ostrich whooping somebody's ass. No, you cannot take on an ostrich.
Yeah, you may be
the biggest one. I'm pecking it.
He gonna peck you back.
But for real, what animal do you think you could take on right now and win?
Me, personally. Oh,
Tweety bird for you, Eric.
We all can't take on a rhinoceros.
Imagine like a bloodlusted animal too. Like I want to say Great Dane, but it's like a bloodlusted Great Dane.
Not a Great Dane. A Cane Corso. What's that dog?
I can't touch no Cane Corso. I know that.
My neighbor has one. That thing is huge.
Yeah, and I hear it. I ain't never seen it, but I done heard it before.
It's huge. I ain't even know it. Steve told me. But I could take on a fly. I got one of those zappers. Mess with me if you want to.
I can take a koala.
Those
koala
are kind of.
Yeah, but they slow and lethargic, and all they eat is that eucalyptus, and it makes them high all the time.
See, I'm just thinking like of the animals that I could try to take on, but they start moving and wiggling, and I'd be like, and then they probably get me. So I'm just gonna be safe and just say a ladybug,
a possum, because I can't stand those things. So I'll take a baseball bat and get to going to work.
Not a possum, Peter. You heard that?
Crazy.
Not the possum pinata, Eric.
Period. Yup. They're overgrown rats.
And yeah, listeners, that's how out of nowhere this conversation came. It's like, all right, we're just talking about animals. We need to spend this time because the other 80 minutes will be convincing you guys that Camilla is going to be voted out. But we cut back, or I guess conversation ends, and I think it's Chrissy comes in with some tree mail, pretty much saying, hey, it's a Survivor new era tradition. split into pairs, and we're gonna go into a comp where there's only one winner.
No, what are we doing? I'm sick of this. We are merged. Why are we in pairs? Why are we still doing split tribals? Why are we still?
Shouldn't be none of that. Everybody made for themselves right now. That's it.
It defeats the purpose of merging as one tribe.
Exactly. I really feel like if they really want this 2-tribe format, 2-group format, whatever, have a tribe swap down to 2 tribes. Have one round where both tribes go to tribal council while they still pre-merge. Do it like that. Because this is just y'all making it way more difficult than it has to be.
Because why is my fate tied to what I can do? Because what if I might be sucking? I suck at the little puzzle stair step thing they was doing, but I could have held on to the thing
for 2 hours.
But I didn't even reach that.
I'm just waiting for the straw to finally break in this scenario where someone throws a challenge completely. Like Mary's with David. Mary wants David to go, so she's like, "Oh, I'm not crawling under the thing." Like. It's not happening if they keep doing it. If they want a clear target gone, people can make it happen. So that'll be the final straw that breaks that camel's back. Will they shoot? It's a new era tradition now. They said it.
Literally. Okay, we got your tradition for you. I ain't doing it. We're gonna make sure we sit out.
Yep. But after they read the vote, they all sit, kind of stare at each other for like 5 minutes, being like, "All right, how are we gonna do this?" It was so awkward.
Very awkward.
Who wants to speak up first?
I really wish they would have played it in like real time. Like I want to know how long that pause was because it was like this. And at first, did I pause the TV? Yeah. Like stood there for a minute. I was like, "Oh shoot, this is awkward."
I know someone like Eva was just waiting to be like, "Joe." But Eva even picked up on game like, all right, no one's gonna say nothing, and then you have Joe starting to be like, all right, what are we doing? Do we want full control of our games or do we not want full control of our games? Because the conversation was, do we want random picks? Do we just want to pick ourselves? And kind of went around in a few circles.
No, it needs to be random. I want everybody's stuff to be random. I don't want nobody being to pick their best friend, their daddy, their mama, their cousin. It's gonna be whoever the rock tell you your partner is.
Exactly. I want it to be random, and I want it to be assigned at the challenge.
Yep.
Tell them they're gonna be prepared by the challenge, but say it's gonna be random at the challenge. Don't give them
I want them to even come. I want them to come with their pairs picked out. I'm like, oh, this y'all pair is cute. Grab these rocks out this bag real quick. That's what
you know what it should have did. Let everybody pick a pair. 5, you stand here, you stand here. All right, everybody take 4 steps to the right, 4 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, 5 steps to the left. That's like a baby shower game that does that, and that would have been so like funny to see how the pairs would be because it'd be like, all right, 1, 2, this is your partner, 3, 4. Like it would have been so interesting to do that.
This is what I'm trying to figure out.
At least make it fun.
Yeah, because I feel like the only way they could have gotten so cool is if they butted up during this split tribal that we didn't get to see.
They was only split up for half a second.
Granted, we have not seen much of Mary at all during this merge phase, so we don't really know how our social game is. Just the same way we kind of haven't really seen much of Star, so we don't really Well, it doesn't seem like Star really has that much of a social game as we saw evident in this episode. Not necessarily her fault, but I just feel like we're not. Obviously, there's a lot we're not seeing.
Yeah.
And I really feel like that last split tribal would have been like, when you go down from 12 down to 6, it makes it a lot easier to bond with people. Because, Mary ain't attached to David. She ain't attached to none of these people. So she's like, David. So I can't really blame Mary for getting close to David.
I mean, what if you think about it in terms of the second tribe swap or whatever, pre-merge, where, of course, Oliver, OG Vula are gone. And that second tribe she was on had David, Star, and Eva. And Star and Eva got tight. And of course, Charity was also in that group, I believe. And that kind of leaves those two. And of course, David was getting like appreciated as, oh, he's a perfect older brother.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I remember that now. I guess, but yeah.
But still, I'm surprised that David is also reciprocating that appreciation and being like, oh, I'm willing to do Mary, you run this tribal pretty much.
But see, that's Mary. She got to be smarter than that. This man has he literally telling you that he wants the strong, and not saying she weak because she's not weak physically at all.
That's my Twitter queen.
But clearly, when he's talking about physical threat, he mean big, buff, broly, mean. That's what he's talking about. So where does that leave you in the equation? That's all I got to say.
Out at 6.
Out of the first, out the 6. He gonna have you and Ava packed up and sent home by lunchtime.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of these groups, of course, you have Joe ready to take notes, and the first person to pipe up and pick someone is Shaheen. He goes, I want Camilla. Joe's like, all right. We were just having conversations about you guys. All right, you're tighter with Camilla than we think. And then of course David picks Mary. Joe's taking notes. Wow, David's tight with Mary. Okay. And then Kyle and Chrissy join up. And then Joe and Eva look at each other. It's like, all right, everyone knows we're tight. We're doing it. They don't even show Mitch and Star saying we're doing it. They did not get a lick. Did they even get a
No.
Did they get anything? I don't know. Star got one confessional. I think Mitch got an early confessional. I want to see these stats because they didn't even show them pairing up. Y'all left.
They knew they was gonna lose, child. They gonna be getting them green, them red and gray balls. That's what they knew. They was like, we ain't gotta show them too much.
Mm-hmm.
It was useless. They ain't got no power in this vote coming up. They ain't got no voice. They ain't got no type of anything. No leverage, nothing.
Man. But yeah, Joe and Eva unsplittable except during the tribe swap. But then right after that, you have Chrissy kind of saying, "Hey, this ain't fair. Why Joe and Eva getting together? You got a college hockey player and you got a gosh dang firefighter. We're losing." And she pretty much predicted that. She knew that they were losing and they lost.
They did.
Right there, that moment between Chrissy and Kyle, that was my moment where I was just like, yeah, Chrissy went home. Like, that's when it like clicked and I was like, yeah, she ain't gonna make it.
She was just going so hard. She was like, Joe. I'm like, girl. I don't know if you
gotta watch.
Gotta
watch what you say.
Because the heels have eyes out there, baby. And Joe is one who they looking out for. So
yeah, he's covered on a lot of bases.
I've been looking out for Joe or Eva. The Hills, we'll talk about that in a sec. But and then of course I was mentioning this earlier. You have Eva complaining about Chrissy, and it's like, all right, you already have 6 votes. Why are you complaining about the minority alliance? This is so Big Brother coded. We see this all the time. Hey, we hate this one person that's pretty much all by themselves. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get everyone to get upset about this person.
Very much.
You right, Angie said, but the real question is Camilla and Kyle started on the same team. So them being cool is no surprise, right? So I'm trying to figure out why David acting brand new. But David just met Mary and willing to vote the way Mary wants to.
Yesterday.
Like, how are you more suspicious of Camilla? You worried about Camilla and Cheyenne, but you don't know what Mary deals Mary and made on the back end. And you willing to take her over Camilla? And Camilla's not even coming. Camilla wasn't even coming for you.
Wasn't.
She's coming for Shaheen, and you're worried about her relationship with Shaheen. That's probably the funniest part for me in this episode. It's like, all right, she just wanted Shaheen out last episode, and David stopped that. Yeah. David pretty much, he was there, and he pretty much stopped the Shaheen vote. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, Shaheen and Camilla, they're tight.
But okay, thank you, Eli, because I forgot all about that. They were literally pitching. Let's get Cheyenne. He was like, no, we gotta. But now this week, now you want her because of that connection. I think the milk has gone to his head. It's filled with
the milk.
But before we get to this challenge, you have Mitch. Oh yeah, he did have some screen time. Oh my gosh. Pretty much pitching, hey, OG Siva. You look at the numbers.
Good night. Hold on.
It's
Good
5.
Night.
Eric's picks as something with OG Siva.
Because what do you mean, OG boy? They don't like you. What?
He said, boy, they don't like you. It don't.
OG Siva, please.
Because this is kind of their one chance. They're talking. They're like, hey, we got 5 people. OG Loggy has 4, and then you got Mary. And at this point, Mary's kind of a number on their side because of that relationship with David. So this is kind of their last chance to strike.
I see the vision, Mitch, but we live in reality, not visions.
Hey, if you could have Camilla thinking a little bit, Camilla was like, you know what? This might be the time to get rid of OG Loggy. It makes sense. And Kyle, of course, is like, hey, y'all keep putting me in the middle. I'll stay in the middle. I don't know if he was happy to be in the middle by the end of this episode, but
right.
I don't know. So cut to the challenge. And I'm going to say Eric's phrase, here goes Jeff being messy again. Where they're talking about the pairs. And, of course, we start with Camilla. Camilla's like, oh, I thought I was going to be last pick. And then, but actually, Shaheen picked me first. And Jeff is like, oh, what made you say Camilla's name? Shaheen just filibuster. He was a politician here. This was the most political politician answer where he's like, oh, we just locked eyes and saying a whole lot of nothing.
You ain't got to see when you doing all that, you lying and can't trust that. Because why you ask for a story?
You're talking too much.
All they say is, hey, I know she's good at puzzles. I kind of suck at puzzles sometimes. It could have been simple, but no, he thought of every reason to say, just to not say I wanted to work with her.
She's funny. She make me laugh, and it's good to have some joy doing challenges. Goodbye.
But shoot, now onto the challenge. Josh, you want to?
Sure, let's tackle this raggedy beast. It's a 3-part challenge. Rinse, cycle, rinse, and repeat. At least they don't get too dirty this time. They just get to crawl through sand and not mud. Crawl through a sand pit, and then dig up a puzzle piece. First 3 of the 5 teams to finish move on to phase 2, where they'll use those puzzles to build a staircase puzzle, and then use the beams to cross over the rope like they on Legends of the Hidden Temple. And they did that. Top 2 teams then go into an individual immunity challenge where they got to hold on the pole. Last one standing wins immunity. Of the 2 teams that make it to the final part of the immunity challenge, they get tacos. I hope it was on Tuesday. And
I'm on Taco Tuesday.
This little thing. The first 2 teams out got to go on a journey to see if they get to keep their vote.
People losing votes. Yes.
Why are you taking votes? It's unnecessary.
Yeah,
we know the vote is the most important thing in this game, and you trifling with it.
Yeah,
you playing a stupid game at that.
Stupid.
I kind of like the game that they played.
Well, you that pre-marriage.
We're gonna put a pin in that. I got something to say about that. Period. But speaking of stupid, it was stupid how Mitch and Star lost their lead. They was the first team to start digging, and probably the last team to find their puzzle pieces. How that happened? Because I had hope. Good, Star ain't gonna lose her vote. Mitch, I don't care if he loses his vote or not. I didn't really care. But we see they lose their lead, so Mitch and Star and Shaheen and Camilla are the last 2 teams that got to go on a journey to earn their vote. And then the stair puzzle, it was Kyle and Chrissy. They were the last team to finish, so they don't get to do it. When it comes to pole challenge, the men drop out first, so it was a battle between the woman and the woman hater. And unfortunately, the woman hater won today.
Eva!
I saw that much. I was like, oh, Lord.
How long do y'all think Cedric would have lasted on the poll?
Cedric would have made sure you got up there. Right.
No, I'm sorry,
Cedric. Let's be real.
He would have made
I'm sorry, Cedric. I'm sorry.
He wouldn't even had a toe on that pole because he would have been sitting on that bench.
It's fine. I was actually going to ask a different question, then I realized Cedric wouldn't even do good because I think the guys dropped faster than Cedric dropped his bucket or whatever in the last challenge. Because they immediately Joe said, "Nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not winning."
It's crazy because Joe, you're used to climbing poles and sliding down them. So why you can't hold on to that?
Shoot, the interesting part of the challenge discourse was them even bringing up, "Oh, this is an iconic challenge," but it's way harder, so it's way more entertaining, and I guess that's a perspective people can have.
What would be entertaining is if everybody that made the merch would have been able to participate.
Jeff basically should have said, "Listen, in the past years, y'all stayed up on that pole too gosh doggone long. We gonna make it harder so we can get on out of here, and I get back to the house and eat some real tacos."
Yes.
We're already
how many minutes he was up there.
We already cut down the challenges or the whole game by 13 days. You know what? Why not cut the challenges by gosh dang a third?
You know what would have been funny if they want them to go there. So what they need to do is get tomatoes or whatever, something so they can throw water balloons. They can throw at people that's up there. You know, I don't know. Make people show their cards.
No, because now that you mentioned that, that's what I was gonna say about the challenge they did to earn their vote. Because that's pretty much a social challenge. Like, why can't we get these community challenges? You want to do this stuff like, it's time to start playing the game. It's time to start playing the game. We got to show our cards. Just pick someone. It's $1 million decision. Mm-hmm. Bring that to the community challenge. Let's bring it to somewhere where it has some real stakes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I just thought that would actually be interesting. But I want them to go back to like the old poll so we can at least get a good little minute. Everybody should be able to compete. And the plus is, if you drop early, you get a water gun of like baby oil. And you get to shoot it at whoever you want to. So you gotta make a choice. You stay up here and get that immunity, or you get down and try to stop somebody else from getting immunity that you really want to take out. Like that, like something as simple as that would just make it so much more interesting. But everybody gotta compete, Jeff.
And the funny thing is about just thinking about how Jeff was typing up last week. Wow, you guys beat Gabler's time. You guys are way past the 45-minute mark. You guys are crushing it. No one's touching the poverty record because they don't want anyone to be up there that long. Mm-hmm. And
what was her record?
A long time. Yeah.
Baby girl was hanging on by her toes with her leg hanging out like she was
with one arm. She was
chilling like David was in the last competition, and we saw how much these girls had to work and just hanging onto the pole because you can't rest your feet at all. It's just thighs.
Yeah.
And Eva said that she had the hockey thighs, so she couldn't lose.
Mary, what are you talking about? Talking about Galleria W2F is poverty? Who is poverty or what is poverty?
I know I say her name wrong. I'm gonna start saying poverty. No, I can't disrespect the like
poverty, that. Poverty. I know how to say it right now. But I was calling her poverty.
Me too.
Poverty.
What's her middle name?
Hyping up a man over a woman. When does he not, Mary? That's when does he not? That's Jefferson for you.
But before we get to the journey competition, I know Josh touched on it, but we cut to Chrissy and Kyle, pretty much the two people in the middle where they don't get tacos or a chance at a advantage or idol. And they also don't get to go on a journey. So they come back to camp, chilling, and Chrissy's like, hey, Eric, you got something?
I was going to say, I think would have been made it real interesting, too, if the people that's in the middle, instead of them going home and get nothing, they have the opportunity for an advantage. I think that would have been better. Because there'd be people like, do I want to be in the middle, to try to find an advantage, or do I stay in here trying to get immunity? That would have made, I feel like that would have changed some things. If you want to shake the game up, do it like that. Because this sucks that they just get to go sit home and do nothing.
That's interesting.
They got to talk about wanting Joe out or Eva. They're like, all right, Chrissy is saying now's the time. We gotta cut Joe and Eva. They're too powerful. So we gotta cut the head off the snake because Eva's safe. but also Eva got that idol, so who knows if she give it up to Joe.
Right.
But yeah, Kyle's kind of on the Shaheen boat, where it's like, all right, we can take out someone on their side, but he's tight. He has a closer bond with Joe, and of course, this comes from. Wait, no, Shaheen was also on that tribe too. Never mind. I was about to say it comes from their second tribe together.
He mentioned he was like he likes Shaheen, but he just feels like Shaheen don't always tell the truth. And he's sneaky, which we know him to be. And he was like, Joe gives it to him straight, and he's he trusts Joe more. And Joe was showing him to be more trustworthy than Shaheen. And that's why he preferred Shaheen to go if somebody had to go.
Yeah. But that's it. That's the state of those two. And on to the journey. Josh, do you want to talk about the Mario Party challenge that they cooked up?
Yeah. Mario Party challenge.
So pretty much they get in line. They all they got a big chute full of gray and red balls. Mm-hmm. On their turn, they can either take 1 or 2 balls and put it in their chute, and they just take turns. They're trying to avoid getting the red balls. Three red balls, and you lose your vote. And Camilla has this plan. It's like, well, me and Mitch lock with each other, and me and Shaheen good, so by star vote, and pretty much it has to plan to make Star lose a vote, and plan worked.
I feel like Star wasn't even trying no strategy. I would have seen like what they doing, how many balls they picking, and how many that's gonna land on me. How many do I need to take? Because what if she would have took 2 instead of 1, and that would have pushed the ball back, or she would have, you know what I'm saying? So that was a way to counteract.
We were just looking at them balls, and just like praying. See, strategy. She was just like, Lord, please don't let that ball get to me. I was like, girl, there's one person in front of you, and it's a red ball next. You had time. Like, they had time. Yes. You also had an opportunity, but I think she was just focused on not getting the red ball. And you know what she got? The red ball.
The red ball all 3 times.
All over.
Well, that's how hard.
Yeah, so that what really makes me feel like, in general, I kind of feel like Star's kind of a non-factor when it comes to people's plans, because like she was like, I feel like there was no thought. Like all 3 other people were like, yes, Star, lose her vote. Yeah. And I feel like that's a crazy position to be in, because I feel like if you a healthy time you're in a position that like other people want to work with you. Mm-hmm. To like they need you to have your vote. Meanwhile, they don't care whether or not Star has a vote or not. And I feel like that's kind of sad for Star.
And the sad thing is, I feel like Star's had no agency all game. Where this has kind of always been the like how Star's game has been, even though she never went to tribal really until the merge, if I remember correctly.
No,
but still, like no one on OG Blue Tribe or whatever. She was at the bottom, and it's always felt like she's been at the bottom. No one really cares. I guess now she's not right at the bottom, but people still don't care.
Yeah. No, she a throwaway for sure in their minds, I think. But well, ain't nothing she could really do. Like she wasn't strategizing, she was hoping and praying and not paying attention. And it was I don't even know if Shaheen was intentionally doing it. He was just going along with the flow. I don't even know if he was strategizing either.
He wasn't going after. He definitely wasn't after Camilla.
Right. So Star got the short end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Star better be happy said it was not that he did not play by not having a vote. Okay. You better have your vote when it comes to setting.
But over to the food crew, where oh my gosh, they are grubbing. They are absolutely grubbing. And I respect it. I'd be grubbing too. Sauce all on my face and everything. Just food. I don't know. It seemed like it hit. Yeah. And Eva's also grubbing, and she's grabbing her chips.
Baby, she hit that sauce all over. I said, "Girl, the taco's good."
Y'all think that would have been me?
You saw on Joe like
Taco Tuesday.
I'm sorry. Hold on. That moment right there, She had that taco sauce all over her face. She rested her head on Joe's shoulder. No, soon as they walked off, y'all, we can't do nothing this week, but next week we gotta talk.
But we could do something this week.
So much.
Joe, I like Joe, but no, Joe gotta go.
Oh yeah, Joe didn't win immunity. Eva did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should have got Joe. They should have got Joe.
I would hate for her to go further than him because I like him more than her. But
me too.
You know,
but somebody gotta go.
Yeah,
they are sacrifice
right.
Listen, I don't hate Joe as much as everybody else does. Like, I'm kind of like on Joe. Like, I don't hate him, nor do I really like him. But there are times where I don't like him. There are times when I do. So he kind of like in between for me. But Eva, I all the way don't like her. So like, if somebody has to go, it really got to be Eva. And it's really only because I hate that she hate women. And I don't like, they did nothing to you. Like, fam, like, did you even try to work with a woman? Listen, I could fully understand if she tried to approach different women and they weren't trying to work with her. That's completely fine. If the y'all fooling with me, then I go work with the men. Completely fine. But she didn't even try.
She went off to the men, baby. I don't fool with these women. I don't do
these women's. She do sound like she don't fool with these women's. Yeah. That sound like her.
Oh my God. It's ridiculous.
Man, but
that next to that little the advantage, she picked it up. It was on it on the butt basket? I can't remember.
No, it was on her chips. And of course you have people online complaining, and it's justifiable complaints of how did the chips get there on the sign that said Eva's name. It's like, would have been nice if they showed us, oh hey, all the chips, there's 4 baskets of chips, everyone just randomly grabs one, but people are complaining that hey, this seems set up for Eva to get an advantage.
Yes, it would have been perfectly fine if they show. So you put the camera on, right? Okay, and you show the setup that the advantage is in this specific spot. Cue them coming in, not in a specific order. Then we would know how random it is because they choose where they got to sit. Then I believe y'all. But y'all gave that to Eva. She already got an idol. They gave her the idol to save herself. Well, let me be real. Star gave her the idol. Star, I'm still mad about that. But she gave her the idol, and now you're giving her another one so she can then save Joe too, so this pair can get to the end. I see what y'all doing.
Okay, so I agree with that. So I'm not pushing back on it here. Just another side that I've seen people say that it was intentional for whoever won that immunity challenge to get it, because I believe that they say congratulate you for doing so well today or something. That's what the paper read. Is that what she read? So they purposely put it on that side. She
I still don't like it.
I don't like it though. I don't like that though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like I don't know if I would do something like that on a season where all the meatheads are sticking together. Because that means it's going to make it even harder for the underdog to overcome it if you're going to further reward people for being meatheads in challenges.
Yeah. Or you telling people if you win immunity, you get to find even more power in the game. It's like nobody else gets to have a chance at it. When we've seen time and time again over the course of seasons that anybody could find the reward challenge advantage. And so that can shake up the game. Putting it on the winner, specifically for the winner to potentially find, not a fan.
Not at all.
Yeah. If you win a challenge, in my head, if you win a challenge, you should get individual immunity, and that's it. If you go and hunt for an idol, cool. But individual immunity plus a potential advantage, that's like, all right. I guess you could say, oh, she won the iconic pole competition or whatever. It's right, but even still, no competition should be weighed more than any of the other ones. It
would be different if she reached over a bag of chips, dug in there and she found it over there, somewhere else. But for it to be right there on her box of chips,
how convenient.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now what I'm gonna start doing? Because what if I would have got up from the other end and sat over there next to her and grabbed her chip? Then what?
That's your
then it would have been mine.
That's your advantage. Right, go ahead, just boast about it to her face. Yeah, you miss this, Eva.
Like, wouldn't have told nobody.
Then they want to call production and talk about I'm messing up stuff. That's what then y'all want to do. Because I just snatched up her.
Put it back. We're gonna refilm this part, everybody. And Eva, you just have to tell everyone now. Literally. But and then the also real shoot. What might end up being a more consequential part of this is the conversation that happens right after, in terms of David and Mary saying, "Hey, Camilla, it's time for you to go."
I think Mary see the game that Camilla is playing, and it's the same game that she playing. And I see it. We see how many times we see that too. We be like, why you want, like Sarah Beth, how she wanted Hannah out so bad in 23. We're like, why you want her out so bad? Because she playing the game that you want to play. So Mary probably see Camilla and how Camilla's moving in the game. That's how she want to play the game. So she got to get up out of there so she can play the game that Camilla's playing, because that's what she want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think. So what do I?
Yeah, I don't know. And they're so gung ho about it, and kind of because of the hidden Shaheen relationship, where it's like, oh, Mary ends up saying, I won't trust Shaheen unless we get rid of Camilla, and then I'll trust Shaheen. Mm-hmm. And I think that's an interesting perspective for the six, where it's like, oh, I don't trust. Though I guess it is a common thing, though. We're going to cut everybody on the outside, so you have no choice but to join us.
But here's my thing. How you coming on the outs telling me that you choosing who need to go, but you also saying that I don't trust the person who's already in this 5. So in order for me to join this, we need to get rid of this person so I can trust this person. They're already over here.
The quote unquote meatheads don't have the intuition. Mary says she sees the vibe. She sees a vision that Shaheen's gonna turn on them for Camilla. And that's all they needed. They needed some, I'm gonna call her a witch, to see through into the future a Raven vision.
So we do need somebody that can strategize quickly, David. Quickly. Okay, that's what I thought. So, that is, oh my God.
Yeah, so out of nowhere, Camilla is on the chopping block, and first conversation that they have when they come back, Joe's chilling, Kyle comes up, and Joe's like, hey, Camilla?
No.
And Kyle said, give me time to think about it. And also, Chrissy was saying your name, so let's just get Chrissy out of here.
I know that's right. Listen, I'm giving Kyle his 10s tonight again, because he said what y'all not about to do is take out my best friend. Y'all not about to do this.
He was sticking up for her. I give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he like, Camilla, what? Chrissy though.
Where she come from?
Shaheen
is she? They were like, Camilla, who?
This boy, he was about to combust. You can see he was on, and then the argument.
He was stressed.
I was stressed with him, just sitting here watching it, because I'm like, I understand where he's coming from, because
I was like, oh, you doing too much?
Yeah,
I was nervous too.
But wait, why Joe kind of pissed me off?
No. I said, what?
Because Joe was like, yeah, bro, I don't even know. It don't make sense. We need to just get Chrissy out. She's saying my name any old way. So that's what we need to do. He was like, so I'm going to use Joe to go take, because Kyle's smart enough to realize if Joe say it, they'll listen. But they wanted Camilla out so bad that even when Joe was like, Chrissy saying my name. And then here go it don't even matter. She can go tomorrow. We need to do Camilla. Yes, it's gonna be Camilla. And Joe's like, well, I guess we're doing Camilla. I'm like, no, Joe.
No, and even worse is that, like, it's crazy that Joe couldn't even wrangle Eva over to his side.
Yes.
I think Eva was the first one to say, I still think we should go with Camilla. I think Eva was the first one, and then of course the people jump on it.
Just kick her. She was right there. Just come out. Be quiet. You immune. Hush. But
and I know you guys were talking about it, but do you guys think that Kyle did too much because, of course, we see David sees it. David and Mary see it fighting so hard to keep it. It's like, all right, this is an actual secret relationship right here.
Yeah, and David did clock it for the 2 cents, pieces of sense he got in his head. He's like, why is he fighting so hard? He got to be something's going. They must have a deeper relationship than what we think, because he shouldn't be fighting as hard. But it's just like he was trying to make you see logic. And you know what? I'm gonna give Kyle some more, because he was not letting David talk over him, talk around. Because David was trying his hardest to silence Kyle. Kyle was like, it just ain't making no sense. I hear what you said, but it ain't making no sense.
No, David was up in there trying to filibuster. He just kept talking and talking. And I'm just like, if you don't sit down somewhere, sir, you remember you have one mouth and 2 ears for a reason. You're supposed to be in alliance. You're supposed to listen to each other. You talk, I listen. I talk, you listen.
Exactly.
I think the funny thing is, though, I understand David's point of we already got 6 people. Like, it doesn't matter who. Why are you fighting so hard for Camilla? And also the point of we don't need Camilla to be tight with us because she's gone.
But that also wasn't his point. Go ahead, Josh.
I was gonna say counterpoint to that. I feel like because of that 4 that was in that swap tribe, I feel like they brought in, at least they've shown us that they brought in Camilla closer than he has brought in Mary.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 of them in the alliance has done a much better job of cultivating Camilla in, as opposed to you just bringing in Mary.
That's what. Look, Angie literally just said that too. Angie was like, "I would have flipped it on Mary. Like, why you fighting so hard for her? Like, we don't even know her.
You just got here.
Literally just got here."
Okay, this is so Big Brother Cody. Go ahead, Eric. Though, go ahead.
No, it really is, because here's too. Because like David kept bringing up, we don't need nobody else. We already got 6. Why we need somebody? Why does it matter what order? It doesn't matter what order. First of all, order matters. It do.
Oh, yes, it does.
Order does matter. But on top of that, Kyle was never arguing that you can't get rid of Camilla. But he was just saying that getting rid of her is stupid because she is working with us. That's an extra vote we have at this point in the game. Why not use as many votes as we can? Because she trusts me and she been working with us. Even though she don't know that she working with us because we are a group, she's just been voting with us, and I can trust that. As opposed to Chrissy. And David just wasn't trying to hear it because he just wanted to be his way or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and so we see some feuds within the Strong Alliance. And I think
everybody get a friend but them.
Yep. And I'm gonna give David props because this is, I don't care if you have to strong arm it. If I'm David, I'd want the same thing. I want to keep my number, and I don't want you guys to have the outside options.
Yeah.
If it's 2 people, 2 people have an outside option from his perspective, Shaheen and Kyle. So it's smart to want to cut that off, and I don't blame David for pushing for that. Mm-hmm. Of course, we see what happens. I don't blame David. It's in backfire territory though, but everyone's kind of in backfire territory, and we'll see how much they truly care about the Strong 6. Well, why am I saying Strong 6? Shoot, there's even a point where I think David says Strong 5, and then said, "Oh wait, no, we have Mary now, so we're Strong 6." So they're Strong 5. I don't care. Mary's not in it. She's in it, but she's not in it. Right. But we'll see how much they really care about the Strong people getting to the final 5.
Right. So
no, I really think that tonight we saw the beginning, the spider web forming on this Alpha Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy for it.
Absolutely.
Because we know this thing wasn't gonna last. We prayed it wouldn't last.
There's no brain. All brawn, no brain.
Yeah. And shoot, who wants to cover?
What'd you say?
I said, and just like I thought Kyle was gonna be our savior to save us from this group.
Well,
y'all want to talk about tribal?
Nope. Well, yeah, go ahead. Tribal.
What happened there, tribal? Let them know.
I'm just gonna say shout out to Chrissy, because I mean it got down to the point where it was pretty much like Chrissy was like, I see what's going on around here, Jefferson. And I don't like it. All these big old strong muscles and stuff, protein shakes running around here running the game. It's time to break that up. I see where the game is going. And I ain't here for it, Jeff.
She was not wrong at all.
You know who I respect too a little bit? Camilla. Camilla was pretty much begging the whole time during trial. She said, I distrust my alliance so much, and I'm gonna ride with my alliance to the very end if they trust me.
Yes. And this one I gotta give Chrissy some more. She was calling out the name exactly, Angie. She was like, so we don't see Joe and Eva. We just want to get it right the check for them. Jeff, give me the pen right now, because what
might
are
as
we
well
doing?
Go home.
Why are the rest of us here? And David has to make it about himself. But every season after season after season we see, and she said, "I'm not on those seasons, David. I'm on this one."
We got some fun. Shit, we have in-tribal cussing. I'm like, okay, go ahead. Actually beefing.
Yes. I loved it. I was here for it, because not how many times do we get to see somebody that at the detriment of their game, they was like, I'm gonna stand on business. I'm gonna call it like it is. I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Just like, might as well. I'm not mad at it. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, Chrissy was eating up David, and then Camilla came in with the kill shot about jury management.
Right. Oh. Some of y'all, and then it was like, would that include Chrissy too? Yeah, it do.
You do.
But if I'm headed to the jury, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna run my mouth.
I'm a jury manage with Cedric. We're just gonna hang out and we're gonna manage our jury expectations. That's what we're about to do.
I know they had a time at Ponderosa because they was already friends anyway. So by the time she made her way there, because they voted her out.
Yeah, almost unanimous, right? It was everyone to one.
Yeah. And it sucks because I hate that she had to be the sacrifice, because she was right. Chrissy was right. But she had to be the sacrifice because I wasn't ready for Camilla to go home, because I really want her and Kyle to stay in this game. And I don't want David to get what he wanted either. That's the most important part. I did not want him to win.
Can I? Yeah, I'm about to do a really dumb scenarios, Jose scenario situation.
Oh,
but Mitch, why did you use your block of vote on Say last week? Right, he used that on Say last week. Why? Why? It was a unanimous vote, and I know you don't want her to use a shot in the dark, but you could have used that this week to flip the game. Because what if you think about it? The numbers were going into tribal. It was pretty much, in my head, it was 4-4, and Mitch is in the middle, choosing between Camilla and Chrissy. If he has that block of vote, they have numbers. They have Kyle, they have Camilla, they have Mitch, they have Chrissy, and then I guess that would put the pressure on Joe, but there'd be 3 leftover votes.
Well, here's what Mitch, if he would have kept his block of vote, like you saying.
Oh, Shane, you don't even need Joe. I'm sorry.
It could have been him, Mitch, Chrissy, Camilla, Kyle. That's 4 votes right there. They can block. Star already ain't got no votes, so she out of it. Block one of David's, Mary's, or the other ones, and vote whoever y'all want out. That's all the 4 y'all needed. If he would have kept his block of vote,
actually,
that would have been a tie. But go ahead, Josh.
Well, mind you, we have 10 people. One person lost their vote. There's only 9. There's 9 votes.
Oh, with the block, it would have been 8. Okay.
But Shane would have been on it too. I think Shane, you could have convinced him if he's that tight with Camilla. I don't know. This is ultra. We don't need to spend too much time on these ultra scenarios, but I still don't like Mitch using his block vote in that scenario. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I just don't like Mitch.
Mitch trying to live. Yeah.
It was useless. I mean, it was. Maybe it saved him by him being willing to use it, but it was useless, and you could have flipped the game, and you threw away your advantage to flip a game.
Not the tent in his daddy backyard.
His daddy backyard. Oh, girl, you are funny.
I am screaming.
Oh, Lord. Now he in this Coachella era.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that was the episode.
That is
Josh. Josh, are you
Josh took a
okay?
hit. We
The
are
most people.
officially even.
Hold up.
Oh wait, Eli still got 3.
After week 1, I had the worst draft of all time. I still think I have 0 win equity, but at this very point of the draft, I have the most people. So I'm a winner. Let's stop the count.
Not stop the
You
count.
honestly never know because we are in the second half of the game, and you never know whose game about to pick up. There's some people be like, you know what, I've been chilling, but it's time to start cutting throats, making moves, strategies.
I got Kyle and Eva.
Yep.
I might just win this season after wait a damn minute.
I hope it's with Kyle.
I hope it's Kyle too, but a win is a win.
No.
A win is indeed a win.
No, I don't want to see Eva. I do not want to hear Eva's name. I do not want to see her. Matter of fact.
Well, you might be seeing it 5 times.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you.
No.
Mary, I know I'm not winning. It's over for me. I have 3 people on my team, and we had 3 confessionals this episode. So combined.
Look,
the way this
I'm
season
likely to win. Let's be real. I'm more likely to win than everybody.
With Joe and Camilla, yeah. I gotta say, like, outside of Eli, of course, like, I feel like on paper, this is a very even chance of any one of us 3 winning.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. Y'all each got 2 people.
More me.
Literally, both people on everybody's team. Eric has Shaheen and David. Freeze has Joe and Camilla. And Josh has Cal and Eva. All of them have a potential of winning in terms of however you see the game. Edit, position, all that type of stuff.
If I had to be a betman, I think me, Tracy, than Eric. I feel like he has a lesser chance with David after he did his bad jury management in front of everybody.
I still believe in David.
As crazy as that is. He's about to redeem himself socially for that.
Yeah. If somebody mess up more before tomorrow.
Right.
Or however long they do these challenges.
Hey, just wait till David gets into the final tribal and says, I need this money. I want to get married.
Once
that might work.
And or Joe and Eva is broken up, the game will really, I think
we'll see something
shift. Yeah.
It'll open up.
Well, speaking of what I'm predicting to be another
Angie, no, I don't want to hear that.
In terms of another steamroll, I can see the future. Let's talk about Survivor 50. They talked about it. We got votes. We get the chance to vote on 3 different things. First one is insignificant. Cool that they give us a chance. There's 2 necklaces. One that's an emblem of a bird on it, which is necklace A. Necklace B, the whole thing is a bird.
It's not just a bird; it's a phoenix.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with A.
Phoenix is a bird. No.
I like B better.
I want to be around.
He's giving me Wakanda vibes, and I'm Team Wakanda, so I'm going with A.
I see.
Because I knew y'all would all.
I see it.
I like both, but I like the
it doesn't matter.
Thought of the big
insignificant. You know what? At the end of the day, the necklace is on screen for 3 seconds an episode.
Why we voting for this?
Whoa! Thank you. All right.
Look, out of all the stuff we can vote for, this is not what we want to vote for.
Yeah. Who needs to vote on who's actually going to be on? Let's vote for the necklaces. Now, slightly more significant is the tribe supplies. So,
tribe supplies.
Do we like them having absolutely nothing and they have to earn their supplies?
Yes.
I like the old school where they had some basic stuff.
Earn it.
The game's too short. The game's too short, and they already have so many resources. I think they should earn it. That's a part of Survivor. It's a part of Survivor. I think the living elements are should be respected, and you should have to also live, especially in a cut down game. I don't know. I like to see the tribe struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Does it seem like is the temperatures just not temperature anymore? Because I feel like every season, especially in the older seasons, we got so many clips of people just not taking the rain, the cold, whatever.
Mhm.
Like we haven't got that in a minute. Where y'all at?
Where they at? They're at Fiji.
Fiji.
They're at Fiji,
Like,
right?
I want to see a little struggle. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to have hypothermia or nothing. But we ain't seen that in a minute. So
These
yeah, let's
motherfuckers
definitely go back.
home. That's when they used to quit.
Yeah,
child,
you gotta
to
get rid of the
store.
weak ones.
Mhm.
Get rid of the weak ones.
If
The
you
weak
aren't willing to survive or do what it takes to survive, I don't care how good you are
You're not a survivor.
socially,
Not
nothing
a
about that.
survivor.
Get out of here.
They were surviving just fine when they gave them a little bit of rice and a machete and they stuff.
Well, they
Shoot.
have because it was 39 days. But if we play a shorter game, just make it harder.
Man, we have
playing it in 2 whole weeks.
Hey, I
They
just
do
thought
play
about
it very easy, Mary. I
I was
agree.
about to say, who was it? Back to back, Hannah and Sean or whatever. They both said, I don't got my vape. Let me get out of here, man.
I guess
I don't want them to represent my season because we made it easy.
So
They would've quit.
Players, when y'all don't have nothing, know that it was not me that I advocated for y'all to have some stuff. Just know that.
Hey,
Remember me.
26 days, and for some people, 2 days. Shoot, for Jonathan or whoever you dislike, it'll be 2
Everybody
days.
should get the chance to have a Survivor campfire moment.
All right. Final one is Twist. Even though does it not feel like we already voted for this? Didn't they say how much do you want challenges to play into it? Whatever. The decision
Specifying advantages. And I do kind of see the distinction between Twist, which is like the split tribal,
Listen,
as opposed to advantages being like idols, knowledge is power, crap like that.
Leave them.
hold on. Listen, if you are going to do Twist Survivor, I'm talking to you, Jefferson,
Yes.
Jay. Okay. If you are gonna do Twist, do not do Twist and give them a new name. And we had saw that, 10 seasons ago. If you're gonna come up with new twists, make them new twists. I want to see some stuff I haven't heard for, and don't make no dumb twists that don't really affect the game. A twist isn't a twist if it's not gonna make a dramatic effect on the game. Like I'm talking about, I want a twist to make me like, oh shoot. I want us to be like, wow. So
And
yes, twist.
Not no hourglass. Not no roll the dice. What's that little death to do or die?
And this twist, I do want the twist to be whatever the challenge is. I don't want it to be one person. I would love to see more twists where anyone can get whatever this twist is, or you know what I'm saying? Not like, oh, one person finds advantage. Do you want to change the game? Like, I don't know how they would like really in my mind, but I just want to see something where, I don't know, maybe a challenge to unlock a twist or something. I don't know. But I just want to see something different. I'm just getting tired of the same stuff. And then they throw a twist in there, and it's like, we seen this like 2 seasons ago. It's basically this. Now, I don't want to say that.
If they don't know how to stop putting people in pairs, well, we're gonna be in pairs. So if I win immunity, the person I'm in pair with is immunity too. So how about that?
Ooh, how about if you win immunity, the person you have? Not like that. I was gonna say something different, but not like that.
Well, shoot, if you guys look at the verbiage that they use, the right twist at the right moment can change the game for players in exciting ways. So, of course, people that don't like twists just like a boring steamroll. Woo. Even though, wow, we had a twist and it helped out the steamroll this season. What? Oh, man. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a constant conversation. I think I'm also on team rare twists. I mean, the funny thing is, it doesn't say no twist. So we're having a twist.
Yeah, they like, we getting them regardless.
How many twists do they want in season 50? Are they gonna do a twist every week? That's how they're doing it. They like, do they want them rare, so only 4 twists, or a lot of them, so 6 twists?
You know
That's
what?
probably what they're between.
I think it should be 2. 1 pre-merge, 1 during merge. That's it. Simple. You don't want to do too much.
When has Jefferson ever been simple?
Never.
I would urge y'all Survivor free Jefferson J, as Tracy said. Please put some creativity in these twists. Please look at us Survivor Australia or South Africa for some inspiration. Please do something different.
They don't know how to do it right.
They gonna blame us. They show Liz Mary. You vote. They gonna say you voted for this, America. JP. Shh.
But here's my thing too. What's to say who's keeping track of who's voting for what?
They probably have a tally. It's probably in their database.
They already have the game set. Come on, they just trying to make us feel like we're a part of it.
That part.
Yeah, I know.
They already got Tyler Crispin moving into the finals. We already know. We already know.
What'd you say, John?
I was gonna say this is probably gonna be the last one of their quizzes because Survivor 50 should be getting ready to start filming pretty soon because this is usually a filming window right here early spring.
It should be hitting that boat here in a minute.
Wait. Did they haven't filmed 49 yet?
Oh, you know what? 49 should be leaving soon.
Yeah, 49 leaving soon.
Yeah, you're right. We're ramping up for it because this is around the time of year, this early spring. That's when they start filming in Fiji.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. All I know is if voting for a lot of twists means that we actually have some physical competitions and not a obstacle course with a puzzle at the end, you know what? Bring on the twists, an actual physical competition. That's all I ask.
The competition don't even have to be just straight physical. There are other competitions they can do.
I'm trying to see somebody's show to get dislocated. I ain't lying to you.
No, the way I saw Jeff did an interview saying that they're trying to moving against those combat trap challenges where they got to go head to head and face off. You know, how they used to do the jousting or whatever. They
don't get hurt.
Move away from that.
Too big of a liability now.
But still, there's a lot more challenges.
You signed up for this.
I don't know. It just be too. My thing is they always talk about twist, and they flop and they mess up the game. And my problem with twist is it sometimes prevent the people who are playing such a great game, unnecessary twists mess it up because it's just too much.
Well, as we know from Big Brother, we all love the twists. Fan favorite Battle of the Block.
Disgusting. What's the other one we can't stand? They just started doing twice. They just did again this last season. The backyard stuff. Let that go.
But Big Brother finally hit on a twist. Gosh, we're getting close-ish to Big Brother season. But
watch they exit next season. That would suck. Bro, so we
you got the AI comp or whatever. However, they're gonna reform that one.
Call it a different name, whatever. But
bye, Angie. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Angie.
Y'all get over there and follow Angie and kiss my cheek. She covers the challenge. She covered all. So make sure y'all subscribe.
Kiss my cheeks TV. There you go.
But that's all.
I guess that about wraps up Survivor 48. We'll see y'all next season. No, just
tomorrow.
But Eric, go ahead and let them know where to find us.
Yes, indeed. Y'all already know. If you're listening, don't leave us just yet. Make sure you're going over to YouTube and follow us at Who All Gonna Be There podcast and subscribe. And then turn on the notification bell so you never miss when we got an episode coming out. And you can also follow us on Twitter and IG at Who All There and turn on those notifications as well. Until then, y'all have a wonderful night and thanks for joining the exclusive group chat.
And happy Easter to those that celebrated. Happy 420 to those who celebrated.
Okay.
And